Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Korean Atlanta Mentorship. And in this video, I'm going to talk about why, if you want to be rich, you have to learn how to be a better buyer. And I mean, there's several phrases related to that about how like scared money doesn't make any money. Um, the other thing too is that if you're constantly in hibernation mode with your money, where you do kind of do absolutely nothing with it, right? It's just kind of in a savings account, or you're just kind of using it to make minimum payments on debts and you wonder why you're paycheck to paycheck. A lot of it has to do with you're not making strategic buying decisions, right? And there are so many people out there who are like, "Oh my goodness, you're charging me money to do X, Y, and Z." And I'm like, "Yeah, dude, like because if I don't do it, people who don't pay, they don't pay attention." And here's the other thing too. I know this from experience because I'm still into juicing right now. In fact, I just made like a juice cup of 20 carrots and I think cilantro and stuff like that. And I've been doing it for more than like, I'd say 8 years. Okay. I have asked and begged many people to do this with me. And there are people who meet me who are like, dude, are you like 18 or 19? Even teenagers think like I'm 18, 19, right? And I'm like, no, I'm actually a lot older than you think. And then they're like shocked because one of the reasons why they're shocked is because there's not a lot of people my age who actually uh, put a lot of thought into what goes into their mouth, right? And I spend a lot of money, or did spend, one-time investments in like juicers, blenders, types of food that I consume. And most people, because they're just thinking in the now and they're not learning how to be good buyers, back when fast food was cheap, they're thinking they're actually getting a good deal with that fast food. In fact, I think there was like a George Carlin joke about how like you're not actually saving money on when you buy cheap fast food. You're gonna pay for it when you're like in the hospital operating room or something like that, right? And that's what I kind of mean by you got to make strategic buying decisions. That you have to learn how to spend your money, just not on stupid stuff. But a lot of people spend their money on stupid stuff, right? That they're socially conditioned to spend it on. Okay, so think about this. Like, think about a 30-year mortgage. I always thought that it was insane that in a 30-year mortgage, if you have a 3% interest rate, you're actually paying 50% interest on that loan, right? But the reason why people will do that, it's because it's socially acceptable and they wonder where did my wealth go or how did because my cash flow is down. Why is it that I'm willing to refinance, pay $10,000 upwards in like closing cost fees, and then you know have that 30-year mortgage become a 52 or 55-year mortgage, right? And it's something that you should ponder about. And the reason I talk about this is because I sell educational products, right? In fact, I'm at a point in life where I probably don't need to sell them. But the reason that I do is because there's a saying that if you don't sell people, you can't serve them, which goes back to my point about the juicing. I've been doing for 8+ years, and no single person has actually done it with me. And I even try to give out juicers for free. You know what I'm saying? But I was the only one willing to spend my money, even when I made little money, for those juicers because I saw the value in them, right? And what's funny is that, there are several articles about this, about how, like, if you don't spend money or cheap, you'll never get rich. And I don't even care about getting rich. I care about getting value. And one of the things that I noticed that people are quite bad at is they're not really good buyers, right? And this was actually no, like I actually saw a clip by Myron Golden. It's called "Sell Like This, Not That," where he talks about one of the reasons why most people are bad salesmen is because they're terrible buyers, and they project their. I forgot how he exactly worded it, but they project their bad experiences with buying onto their potential prospects, and I never do that. Because just like he says, like, oh my goodness, if someone has a sales presentation, I want them to sell to me. Either it's going to be fantastic or it's going to be terrible, right? So if someone tries to sell something to me, I'm like enthusiastic because if you got great ideas that you could make potentially make my life better, and you say, hey, I'm going to charge you, let's say, five to $10,000, and there's real value in it. Of course, I'm willing to spend that money. But the sad part is, whether it's the juicers or you know real estate education, and I sell packages from like 2 grand to 20 grand, right? And I actually purchased a 2 grand package when I had um, almost absolutely no money. And that's when I learned about velocity banking for the first time. And so many people are like, well, I wish I'd learned this a long time ago. Well, what if someone gave you the pitch that, hey, you could take all these classes for 2 grand? You would have said no. Oh my God, goodness, you're trying to sell me something. And then you wonder why you're not getting the value of the things that would make your life better, because someone, in order for someone to serve you, they have to sell you something, right? When people give things away for free, you're not going to pay attention. People who don't pay attention, right? And this is why, depending on different marketplaces and different demographics, it's actually easier to sell a 20 grand or a 100 grand product than it is to sell a 2 grand product, right? So that's why I talk about that. In order for you to kind of to be rich, you have to essentially be a better buyer and not just think, oh my goodness, I'm in hibernation mode and I'm never going to like spend my money, because if I didn't spend my money 2 grand to purchase the educational package back in 2017, back when I bought a home for the first time in 2021, I wouldn't have paid off 25% of my mortgage. In fact, I feel like it highly benefited me. And let's just kind of go here, because not only from the education I learned about like online marketing and all that good stuff, but right now I'm in a cash flow like that's really insane. Like if I go here in my community feed, and let me go down here, and basically I need to update this. We've uh we've surpassed 2,000 subs, but as you can take a look here, I have this insane cash flow right now, and I don't even know what to do with it, right? But the fact is that I was willing to spend the money when nobody else even considered the offer, because my mindset, even when I was broke, was that I need to buy things that are bringing me value. So even when I bought juicers, I was flat broke because I was doing it in like financing plans through QVC. But I know if I had to wait, it wouldn't have provided me value for until if I had to wait. So I wanted the juicer right now. Same thing with a whole bunch of other stuff, right? But it's kind of insane how like people will like waste so much money on things that are socially acceptable, like a 30-year mortgage or the interest on a 30-year mortgage, or like all that money refinancing like tens of thousands of dollars, or maybe like near $10,000 or something like that to refinance. And they won't spend like $2,000 on like real estate education. It's weird. And I'm just talking from my own experience where I try to like pitch friends. And again, friends and family are the worst prospects to ever pitch to, but I still want to pitch to them because I care about them, right? And so I would say, hey, look at all this stuff, velocity banking and learning how to buy real estate at a discount. It's only 2 grand. And I have one friend who actually has been a landlord less than me and has a lot more, quote, experience with tenants, because the tenants bother my friend so much. Whereas for me, it's been a passive experience. So, well, worth it. But yeah, but that's the thing, right? As an adult, there's no congratulations for success, but there's certainly punishment for failure. And so if you're at a point right now where like, oh my goodness, I wish I'd learned velocity banking like a long time ago, well, probably try, and again, I don't know you, right? But I'd probably try to pitch something to you, and not you directly, just you in general. And because you probably look down upon someone try to sell you something, you miss the opportunity, right? You miss the opportunity, and that's kind of like why a lot of people are broke, right? A lot of people are broke because they don't allow themselves to be sold. Now, it doesn't mean you have to buy every single product that is pitched to you, but if you want to be rich, you would essentially have to look for products that will enrich your life. And here's the thing: major corporations, right? And you kind of have to think about the positive that major corporations do is they're always spending money for better products and services from third parties, right? Like you have no idea how much money that big corporations spend on outside third parties. Like, they're always like pitch me. Now I'm not saying that literally, but they're the best buyers on earth, right? But sometimes many of your individuals, they have the scarcity mindset where it's like, oh my goodness, someone's trying to pitch me something, hide, right? All right, well, that's it for today. So hopefully that made sense. And if it doesn't, then just another video for me to upload where I ramble on and on. All right, well, if you're interested in joining our group, have a great day. Click the Google form link below. I'm eventually going to close that Google form soon. I just don't know when. It's probably by next month. And there's a reason why regarding the educational packages and all that, but I'm going to do that soon. Okay, all right. Well, have a great day, everybody, and we'll speak next time.